Okay, you wanted to do.
Yes, of course. At first, I'd like to thank you again to accept my invitation. And I want to tell all the people here who is Dr. Ray, because you deserve to say a lot of things. But actually, I need more time to describe how much you're really kind to be with us tonight. Dr. Ray Lindley is the Executive Director of Array Global Educational Services. He's specializing in school accreditation worldwide. He's international with a very strong background as a teacher, principal, and superintendent. He holds a doctorate in educational leadership and is dedicated to improving educational standards.
I think she's out now of Zoom.
Yeah, I think we just lost her.
Oh, yeah.
No, someone just muted her.
Oh, yes. You are back again, Miss Nora? You are unmuted.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
just some of the issues here, technical issues.
Okay.
So I would like, of course, to mention the efforts that have been exerted by Mr. Ahmed Tantawi. Thank you very, very much to make Mr. Ray today with us and to give him and give us this chance to be together tonight. So we can deny this. Thank you very much to have this chance for the all others. Okay, Dr. Ray, now it's your turn if you want to say
Okay,
anything before.
sure.
And I want just to tell everybody about the importance of pronunciation before you start. So if there's anything about the introduction to the pronunciation you want to add, of course you can say.
Great. Okay, let's I would like to start. It looks like we have 5, 10, 19, 22, about 24 people other than the three of us. And if I could ask you, please, and I'll call on you in the order that I have on my computer, starting with Sarah Ismail. Uh, please know that Ahmed talked with me about a couple of things that I'm prepared to talk about, and I'm also will be open to any questions that you have about anything dealing with education, and I'd be happy to answer those. But the two things that Ahmed mentioned, well, actually three things. One was pronunciation, which I understand you've. I've got the handout now that he sent. That's number one. Number two, he said that he would like to have some ideas on teaching strategies or how to be a better teacher. And number three, he talked with me about if you are looking or being asked to do a demonstration lesson, if you are uh, applying for a job and they ask if you would come in and do a teaching demonstration. And so I'm prepared to talk about those three things. So, but before I begin, if it's all right, if as I ask you, would you unmute yourself? And I would just like to ask you, number one, say your name. And number two, would you say the three English words that you have the most trouble pronouncing? The three English words that you have the most trouble pronouncing. So, Sarah Ismail, let's start with you. You'll have to unmute yourself. There you
Hi,
go.
hi, Mr. Ray.
So this is Sarah. Go ahead. Your name and the grade you teach.
Okay, you want to answer about the question about the three words?
Yes, that you have the most trouble pronouncing, the English words or the American English words.
I think suggestion. It's okay, and the pronunciation.
Okay.
Um, and struggle,
I'm sorry, say that one again, please.
struggle.
Struggle. Okay, good. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sarah. That's a good start. Let's go to the other Sarah now. Oh, she just oh, Sarah Mahmoud, if you would please. Sarah Mahmoud, are you there?
Sorry. I didn't hear.
The other Sarah, Sarah Mahmoud.
Yeah. Okay.
Me, but I'm sorry, Muhammad. This part,
Oh,
sorry for the confusion.
I'm looking for you here.
Me,
Go ahead, Sarah. Tell what grade you teach and the three most difficult words for you to pronounce in the English language or American English language.
the first one is the word presumptuous. Sometimes I mix the letters when I pronounce this word, and the other one is going to be the word squirrel. I don't know whether it's a squirrel or a squirrel. I
Okay,
don't, okay, just these
good,
two words.
great, great, great. Let me see.
Thank you.
We've got another Sarah here. There's one Ahmed right below me in Arabic, and I can't read the name in Arabic. Next to Sarah Mahmoud there.
You mean me?
I think so. Yeah, is your name written in
Yeah.
Arabic?
Hello.
Okay,
Yeah, sorry.
okay, okay,
Um, I'm glad to be with you. And I think the three words that I have trouble to pronounce sorry, are literally,
okay,
literally,
okay.
and circumstances,
Circumstances.
circumstance,
Okay, okay.
and capable. I have a problem with B and P sound.
Aha. That's one of the notes I have to talk about, the B and the P sound. So good,
Yeah,
good.
thank you, thank you.
Okay. And Sally. Sally, are you there? Okay. Not hearing from Sally. How about Marwa? Marwa Gamal, are you there?
Hi, doctor.
Hi, how are you?
Actually, I want to thank you for your invitation. I am over the moon that I talk with the native speaker for the first time.
Uh-huh.
My name is Marwa Gamal, and there are some words that I find that actually I found difficulties to pronounce it correctly, such as enthusiastic,
Enthusiastic.
enthusiasm.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, I mispronounce the word determine, but the correct one, determine.
Did you say internet?
Determine. I
Oh,
mispronounce it determine,
oh,
but the correct answer, the correct pronunciation is determine. Yes.
yeah, I'm chuckling. I'm chuckling a bit because
Yes.
I the way you pronounced it, I had, but now I get the word, and we'll
Yes.
talk about that one. Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Thank you, doctor.
who else would like to? I'm not going to call anybody else. Who else would like to volunteer? I just kind of like to know your name and the words that you're having trouble with. I'm writing these down so that I don't forget them.
Can I share, Doctor?
Sure, but
Yes.
you don't count.
Oh, yeah. The word probably.
Okay.
I guess I wasn't accepted in one of the interview because of this word.
Really?
I mispronounce the difference between p and b.
Yes,
You
yes.
know this word
Yeah,
is a
that's
bit
one of the other, Ahmed, that's one of the other notes I have, the difference between p and b. So I got that ready to go. So
yes.
good. Anything else?
Maybe the next word world. World. The world.
World?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, got it.
So it is where or war. Yeah, yeah, there's I'm quite confused about the right
Okay, got
pronunciation.
it. Good. Okay.
May I think of another one? Opportunity.
Opportunity.
Hmm.
Okay, got it.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. Who
That
else? Who else would like to suggest some words that you have problems? Anybody else?
someone wrote in the chat box comfortable.
Wrote what? Just a minute.
comfortable and niche.
And let me see, I'm looking in the chat box now.
Little,
Conscious. There's one. These funny little words that are spelled, I can understand why, um, and click, that's there. Good.
Yes, it's like conscious and consciousness and the adjective of it. It's very complicated.
Yes,
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 and also it's hard to pronounce.
yes, I understand that.
Okay.
Sally wrote, actually, the point is not pronunciation, is the fluency, or I might say rather than fluency, I might say the emphasis on certain vowels or certain words where you put the emphasis. This gives me enough to start with. Let me just talk a little bit, and as you have questions let's see, Esra just wrote, I have a problem with a flap T. Not sure what flap T. Okay, so here are the general things that I know about uh, speaking in American English and speaking in Arabic. Those are sometimes they're very hard. And Ahmed will tell you that one of the hardest things for me when I see an Arabic name is the k sound. Like you don't say Ahmed, you say Ahmed, and it comes from the throat. That's not a sound that we use much in American English. So I have to learn that one. But there are certain particular sounds that usually Arabic speakers have that they have trouble pronouncing in English. Let me share with you just four of the most common ones uh, that I realize, and you've actually verified this with some of the words. The difference between the p for p for p and b for boy, b, p and b, and many of the problems that Arabic speakers have is they substitute the b, boy sound for the p. Somebody wrote pin, and it tends to be the b. So actually, the b sound is actually more from the front of your mouth, and the p sound is more from your upper lip. So it's p, papa, b, boy, papa, boy. So let's play a little game here. So let me say some words to you using the P and the B sound. P, papa, P, problem, P, pop. Okay? Now, you have to practice those sounds because the tendency for Arabic speakers is to pronounce those as b, bapa, bapa, b, pop, bop. And so you have to learn to put your mouth up a little bit higher for the p sound, then it's more of the b, the lower sound. So that's one of the problems that people run into. In the words that you gave to me, there were several let's see, one of the Sarahs gave to me pronunciation. And what American speakers tend to do is they shorten the O sound, like pronunciation. See, I think if you're learning it, you tend to want to put an emphasis on but the American English is pronunciation. So you don't put as much emphasis on the pro as you do on the non, as pronunciation. Another another word that one of the Sarahs gave was prescription. I think that was, presumptive. See, the same thing. You don't put the emphasis on the first syllable, pre. Like the tendency is to put presentation. So you learn where the emphasis goes and that's really not a lot different than when I try to speak Arabic because remember that in Arabic language, you write and read from the right to the left. And in American English or English period, we read and print and write from the left to the right. And so that's sometimes why there is a problem with the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Another word that was given by somebody, and I've lost track of who now, was the word probably. Now here we're going to put an emphasis on the probably, probably, and opportunity. In most cases, the emphasis is not on the p syllable, p. So it's a very soft p, probably, opportunity, p there. Another typical problem that Arabic speakers have when they're trying to learn to speak English is the difference between the v, very, or uh, vivid, and they tend to put the F sound, very, very. And so the V for very is a very hard, and the f sound for friend is a much softer sound. So somebody's wanting to say something here. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hello, can I ask you a simple question, please?
Go
Hello?
ahead.
Okay, so if I want to practice English by myself, how can I correct my mistakes, or how can I know that I make a mistakes to correct it for myself? What should I do? Using AI, artificial AI, or ChatGPT, or what should I do to make sure that I pronunciation now is correct or good? What's your opinion about it?
Is this Mohammed asking me the question? Is this Mohammed?
Yes, Mamdouh. Yes, my name is
Okay.
Mamdouh.
Oh,
Yes, my
well,
name is Mamdouh. Yes,
okay.
I
I,
just to
I,
ask
I,
you.
I've
I,
always said when I'm in an Arab country, if you call a guy Mohammed, you're going to get one of his names. Everybody has Mohammed in his name.
okay, no problem. As you like,
Oh no,
pronounce as you like.
I'm just looking at the screen now, and that's what I saw. So two things I would suggest to you. Yes, you can look at ChatGPT, you can look at AI, and they will give you suggestions. What I do suggest is that you practice with each other, because Muhammad or Mahmoud, whatever, I'm sorry, most of the things you said, I understood very clearly, and your English pronunciation was very clear. So I think you're probably further along than maybe you think you are. In other words, your pronunciation. Notice I said pronunciation. I didn't say pronunciation. I said pronunciation. But your pronunciation was very good. So, number one, find a friend and read to each other passages of literature or sentences or whatever, and practice on each other. That's number one suggestion. And if you really have a lot of time, watch American television programs and American movies, and you will hear some words in there that you will hear some emphasis on words that you had not considered. So those are the two suggestions. Well, actually three, because you did mention AI, and that's usually very good. I can't say that it's perfect, but then your pronunciation will never be perfect. It's just that I would like to practice more speaking Arabic than I do, but I don't, because just I haven't had to do that, because most everybody I deal with in Egypt and Saudi Arabia and Qatar and Iraq, all speak Arabic. So and they want to speak English. So I would
so
suggest three things. AI,
yeah,
yes. Two,
yes.
talk with each other and test each other. And number three, watch American TV or movies.
So another thing.
Okay, Mohammed, can I stop you? Another problem is that Arabic speakers tend to say a sound. You said another thing, another. You have to, and that's one of the hardest things for Arabic speakers is the th, th. think, this, that, tend to be zinc, this, that. And you said another thing. So you say with me this word, another, with your tongue up at the top of your mouth, shooting out from your top teeth, another thing. Can you say that?
Yes, another.
That's better. That's better. Practice that because that was one of the sounds I hadn't gotten to yet that typically Arabic speakers have is the th sound. I was telling Ahmed the other day when we talked, uh, I have a good friend in Egypt who has a home up by Alexandria on the north coast. He says the North coast. And so that's one of the things that you
Yes,
have to
yes, yes.
practice.
Okay.
So another
So,
thing. Okay, go ahead.
so I'm admire about your fluency at speaking. So one day, can I be fluent like you when I speak like Arabic,
Of
blah 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 blah, speak fluency, simply, not
of
not
course
just
you
to
can.
think, to take
You know,
time, long time.
yeah. One of the things that I think the reason why it's difficult for non-English speakers, whether it's Arabic or Spanish or whatever it is that from the time you were born, you hear words pronounced in the native language. From the time you were born, for instance, you heard sound for the sound. That's what you heard. So what I was born American English, so the sound is very natural because that's all I ever heard. So from my babyhood on, that's what I understood. So but yes, you can, there are many, many examples of people who have practiced and I've heard this from people who have come to the United States from another country. One of the things that they learned is talking with people all the time where their native language is what you want to learn, in this case, English. So I can't tell you enough, and this is something that you have to work with your students on also, um, is is that you have to practice. Just it's practice. But I will say that most of the things you have said to me have been very clear, and I think you're well on your way.
Yeah, I just want to mention something that regarding the th sound.
Hmm.
I believe it's more related to the Egyptian dialect rather
Hmm.
than
Hmm.
the formal Arabic. So some of us, like some other maybe nationalities, maybe pronounce this correctly, but this is maybe me, and like us as Egyptians, we
Yeah.
tend to say it like this.
Yeah, and you're right. And you're right. I do notice, in fact, one of the
Yes,
first lessons I learned was that speakers of Arabic in Egypt are different than speakers of Arabic in Saudi Arabia. And
yes.
sometimes you have to learn to understand how they use Arabic words. So you're absolutely right. I think it is more pronounced in Egypt than it is
Mhm.
in Saudi
Matter of fact, we
Arabia, but
have
there's
like
still some problems.
yes, we do have the th sound like one of the alphabets in Arabic. So we do have this sound, but for the Egyptian, like in Egypt, we tend to pronounce it like th that sound. So this is
Mhm.
actually our. It's not a problem, but we just need to like used to it, and you'll master it
Yeah.
at the end.
Can I jump ahead to something I was going to talk about in the practice teaching
Sure.
lesson? And I'll apply this to pronunciation. For the person who is asking for ideas on if you're asked to teach a sample lesson, I was going to suggest that in your sample lesson, you do three things. I do it. In other words, I say it, think. Then we say it. Let's all say together, think, think, think. And you can do this with your students. And the third thing is you do it. And so that I do it, think, we do it together, think, and then you do it, think. So you get three so first of all, you get to hear the teacher say it. Then they all say it together with the teacher. That's a great teaching technique. I do, we do, you do. And that's something that will help you. As I said, I'm jumping ahead here a little bit on the teaching demonstration, but that would be a good one for you to work on yourself. As I said, when you're watching American television programs or movies or whatever, you will hear some words that, ooh, I didn't know that. I'm looking at some of the words that you gave me. For instance, I'm looking at the word struggle. One of the Sarahs said that the word struggle. Uh, uh, so sometimes the st sound, struggle, is a difficult one. The other one that one of the Sarahs gave me was suggestion, and that's got two G's in it. Suggestion. Squirrel, that's got the K uh, K sound. It's squirrel. SKW. And that's another one of the difficult things that Arabic speakers have when they're trying to speak English is the W sound. We, want, will, would. It's putting your mouth in a small little opening there and going wah, 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 wah. And that's that is a difficult uh, word. Another one that I had written note to myself is a difference in script between the R and the L. I was telling Ahmed the other day that when I'm working in Japan, for instance, they have trouble with the l sound. In other words, they say my last name Rindry, because they have trouble with the l sound. So that's just a dialect, and that's just again how they've learned from the beginning. So there's another one, and so a sentence that I wrote to myself uh, can be said. In a lot of different ways. And the sentence that I wrote to myself for you to practice, and you can write this down. In fact, let me write it in the chat room before I say it. Um, um, I'm going to put this in the chat box. Oops, spell it correctly. Okay, in the chat box, I've put a sentence there that has a lot of the sounds that Arabic speakers. Somebody want to try that, reading that for me?
Yes,
May I
can.
go ahead?
Oh,
Thank
just
you very much for parking your car there.
say that again, please. Would you say that one more time, please?
Yes, I can.
Read that sentence for me.
Thank you very much for parking your car there.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good. So the sounds there, for think, very. Sometimes people substitute the w, wary, much, ch sound, parking
So
instead of barking, and car there.
can I read
There.
it? Can I read
Sure.
it?
Sure,
Okay.
go.
Thank you very much for parking your car there.
Okay, good. That's good.
Can I read it slowly? Thank you for much. Sorry. Thank you very much for parking your car there.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is this, Ahmed, I think it's Ahmed. Only thing I would say is on the emphasis on the word parking. You said, thank you very much for parking your car there, when really it's thank you very much for parking your car there. So all even. Thank you very much for parking your car there. Pretty much even, no special emphasis on any word except maybe the word very. Thank you very much for
Yes.
parking your
So
car
you
there.
Thank you
so you
very
want
much.
me to be syllable?
Thank you
So
very
you
much
want me
for
to be
parking your
flexible
car
at reading?
there.
I'm
You want
sorry?
me to be, you want me to be flexible at reading it? Like, thank you very much for parking your car there.
Much better, much better. See, you're just kind of a flow, it kind of flows together with a lot of emphasis. So let me just get at a few of the other words which were listed by you. Uh, probably, probably. That's got a p and a b sound it. Probably with an emphasis on the first syllable, probably. And world,
Can I read it?
when the LD is at the end of a word, world, world, and
Word,
yeah,
word,
opportunity with an emphasis on
opportunity,
to, opportunity, and
opportunity.
and actually the word comfortable, depending on what part of the United States you're in, some people say comfortable, which is not the best way to say it, but comfort, emphasis on the first syllable, comfortable, conscious. I think I heard the word conscious. And there comes that Q sound,
ونخلص منهج
the,
العلوم
the K sound in
يعني
click.
يعني واحدة
ذاكري علوم يلا.
So I
ما
think
حليت واجب العلوم
Just
طب
a
ذاكري
second please
الدرس،
يا مس
خليكي
فاطمة
تذاكري
انتي
الدرس.
الصوت مفتوح من فضلك.
okay, somebody is speaking so fast I can't understand you.
It's Arabic pronunciation.
I'm sorry?
Sorry, Arabic pronunciation. Someone forget the mic. It's Arabic pronunciation. No
Okay,
problem.
okay. And,
Okay.
and let's get the word. It's pronunciation. Pronunciation. Emphasis on none. Pronunciation. Okay.
Okay.
Pronunciation.
Yeah.
Pronunciation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pronunciation.
Dr. Ray, just I
Yes.
want to ask you one final question, please, regarding pronunciation.
Yes.
About the words that contain S and TH sound at the same time, like the south or
Yes.
thousands.
Yes.
I actually struggle to pronounce them together in one sentence. So
Oh,
how
okay.
can I make it easier?
Well, first of all, I think if you concentrate on there are two sounds in there. You got a th sound like think, and you got a s sound as in thousands. So thousands. So just work on thousands. More emphasis on thou than sons. Thousands, thousands. And again, it's practice because you're right. You have the th sound and you have the s sound in the same word. So that's, again, it's just practice. Thousands.
Okay,
Now, I
thank
think
you so
I've hit
much.
on most, I think I've hit on most of the words that you gave to me. Uh, here's another. I'll just give you one more sentence here. If I can get down, I'll type it in the chat. My computer isn't cooperating.
You have the file, doctor. Can you share it with us? And let some
Here it is.
participants read.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to read it?
You need to share it at first.
Somebody want to read that?
You sent it on the chat, doctor?
I did. It's in Zoom chat.
I
There
can't.
is nothing. Could I read?
Okay. We can't see nothing. Nothing is sent yet.
Oh my. It's showing on my chat. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Hold it just a second. I see what happened here. Is it meeting group chat?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it is.
Okay. I'll type it again. Okay, now is it there?
Nothing yet.
No,
Okay,
not
Dr.
yet.
Ray, if you wanted me to reclaim the host, I can share it and you can lead the session if you want.
I can do what? Nora, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, never mind. Take your time.
It says Zoom Pro and I can check. Zoom Pro is popping up
Yes.
instead of
No, actually, Zoom Pro, it's me, Noura.
Nora, did you read the message or the sentence that I wrote? It says direct message to somebody.
Okay. Okay, I can see it now, yes.
Could you send that to everybody, Nora? I'm having problems here.
All right.
Yes, it's sent now.
Can you see
Yes.
it now?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It starts
Okay.
with the very best
The
present.
very
yeah,
best
that one.
present I can give, yes.
Okay, good. Somebody read it.
The
The
very
very best
the
present
very
I
best
can give to
present.
my children is to love and to protect them.
Try that once more, please. I want to hear that again.
The very best present I can give to my children is to love and protect them.
That's good. That's good.
Oh,
That's good.
the
Anybody
very
else?
Can I
yeah.
read
Can I
the
read?
very best present I can give to my children is to love and protect them.
Good. Good.
The very best present I can give
The
to
very
my
best
children
present I
is
can
to love
give to
and
my
protect
children
them.
is to
Yeah.
love
See,
and
that
protect
has
them.
some of the sounds we've talked about. The for very, best, instead of pest.
Present.
Present instead of
Present.
present. I can give to my children. Ch, ch, ch.
Children is to love and to
Good.
protect them.
So anyway, this is just a short little talk. We could probably talk and read to each other all day, but I hope that you get the idea now of some of the pronunciations that will help you. And I've hopefully I think I talked with you about the W sound, and that one is also sometimes very difficult for Arabic speakers to pronounce. W for would, will, right, so those are the kinds of things. And again, I suggest you practice with each other, and don't be afraid to practice these with your students, especially some of your older students. If you pay attention to this, I do, we do, you do. And that's one of the suggestions we're going to make in just a little bit. So are there any other questions about pronunciation, which well, obviously we can't cover everything today, but are there any other questions which you would like to ask?
Yes, please. Can
How
you
to
please
differentiate between the dark L and the light L?
Say that again, please.
Dark L and the light L.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. You want to repeat that again, please? Whoever just said that. Is that fine?
She's asking about the difference between dark L and the light L.
Yes.
For example, milk, here is a dark L. We call it dark L. And if we start with the L sound at the beginning, I think it would be light L. Do you have the same
Yeah.
thing in America?
Is there a certain rule for them?
Is there a rule? One of the things about the English language is we can say there are rules, but then the rules are often not followed. So it's really just practice. The difference between the dark L and the light L, and so when you say la, light, and milk, you don't twist the tongue as much for milk as you do for la, light. You twist the tongue more for light than you do for milk, milk. It's almost a silent L, a little bit, just a little bit of emphasis added to the ill sound. Milk, light, Lindely, lever, like, and milk is you don't twist the tongue as much for the milk L as you do for the light L. But again, it's just practice because I can't tell you that it's always the same. I wish it would be. By the way, if you know this, one of the things that's interesting about the American dialect is most of the TV programs and the news programs speak more of a Western United States English than they do Eastern. And one of the reasons for this is when the colonies were first settled in the United States, America, 300 years ago, we had people coming from many different nations who landed on the East Coast. For instance, if for the instance of people who landed in like the Northeast, the word garage, a place where you park your car, they would say garage because that's more the language that they learned. The South, anyway. But as these people moved to the West, which I live on the West Coast, these sounds started merging, and these sounds started to the severe pronunciation from one group to another group kind of merged together. So one of the things that I would suggest is you listen to American talking who are from the West Coast. You don't hear much people talking with an Eastern dialect. The famous sign was the man who walked into a hotel and he said, "Do I park my cow in the garage?" And the hotel person said, "What did you just say?" "I want a place to park my cow." "Your cow?" My my cow, C-A-R. See, he was trying to say car, but that's just a joke that we like to say. So those kinds of things, it's just learning. The more you can expose yourself to English language speakers, the better you will become. And by the way, most of the speaking I have heard today has been very good. So don't worry about it. You're doing fine.
Would you please explain more about the teaching strategy I do, you do, we do?
Yes. Okay. So let's, who was that who asked the question?
Amira.
Amira. Okay. Oh, there I see. There's Amira. Okay, I do. Let's practice the multiplication tables. You're my student, and I'm going to tell you. So to practice fours, multiplication of four, I'm going to tell you 4, 8, 6, 12, 16, 20, 24. That's me doing it. Now, Amira, would you go with me? Would you say this with me? Let's say them together. 4, with me, say it. 4, 8,
8,
12, with me, say it with
12,
16,
16,
20. Okay, but
20.
we'll pretend we're doing it together. But you see that you get your class to say it with you, so they're not embarrassed if they say it wrong because it's the whole group talking. Now I did it, we did it. Now you do it, Amira. Give me the multiplication of 4.
2 times 2.
No, just say the answers to 4. 4, don't say times, so just say 4, like we just did. Do what we just did together.
So I will do alone? Do you mean that?
Yes, all I want you to do is repeat what we just said together. 4, 8, 12.
4, yeah. 4, 8, I remember. 4,
Okay,
8, 12, 16,
good. See, that's
20.
that's I do, we do, you do. Now that's a very simple one, 4, 8, 12. Okay.
Hmm.
But you see what I'm saying? That's I do it. so that you hear me do it. And you can do this with language also. For instance, the very best present I can give my children is to love and protect them. I'm going to say that to you. The very best present I can give to my children is to love and protect them. Now, would you say that with me? Can we say it together? The
Yes.
whole class. Say it with me. The
The
very
very
best, say it with me, best present.
best
Say it at the same time as I do. The very best present
the
I
very best
best
present
present
I
I can. Okay, so you
can.
get the idea. Now you're saying it with me. So,
Yes.
okay, now, Amira, you say it yourself without me. Say
Yes. Yes.
it. See, that's the I do, we do, excuse me, we do, you do. I
You
do, we do,
do.
you do. And you see what this, yeah, see what this does is whenever you have a group do something like this, if a student maybe mispronounces something to begin with, the fact that this first practice with it coming it's coming out of your mouth, the first
Mm.
practice you have is with everybody. So if you make a mistake, you're not going to stand out and say, "Ooh, Amira, you said that wrong." See, so you can practice with everybody. And I've just given a couple of easy examples: 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. See,
Mm.
does that answer your question about I do, we do, you do?
Mm.
So many times what we see, and we can talk about teaching techniques all day. So many times what we see in classrooms is teachers standing and giving students information that they should
Mm.
know. And it's really when students get to participate in that information giving. And we're not going to talk about it today, but group instruction or having students work in groups together is really helpful. So the phrase that we like to use is a sage on the stage is not the best way. A guide on the side. And if you've never heard of a program, and I will suggest it to you, if
Mm.
you've ever heard of a program,
I have I have just heard this expression just today, doctor. Uh, just today, I heard this expression, sage on the stage,
yeah,
and the other one is guide
a
on the side.
guide, a guide
Ah,
on the
yeah,
side.
yes,
So, teachers tend to think, okay, I'm the teacher. I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Sit down, shut up. And if you listen to me, I'm going to give you a test to find out if you listen to me. I'm emphasizing that a little too much. But you see what I'm saying? That's not your role as a teacher. Your role as a teacher to help them learn whatever it is you want to teach. But
yes. Okay, sorry, doctor. Let me ask you if you can share the file. Most of the teachers here is interested on pronunciation. What about sharing the file now and starting to hear our pronunciation or our reading? And if you have some comments on our pronunciation.
are you talking about the file that you sent to me?
Oh yeah, yes. We have about 12 reading texts. Okay,
Yes.
if anyone can share, he can raise his hand and you choose him.
Okay, let's start with the
I think Miss Nora can make herself the host, then share the file.
Okay. Yeah, we don't need to read the whole thing. Just one or two
we can
sentences.
just, oh yeah, yes, it's okay.
But this is a good file for you to practice with each other. The power of habits. Habits shape our lives more than we realize. Just, sharing that with each other will help you in pronunciation.
Okay.
Okay, guys, here's the first text. If you want to participate, please just raise your hand.
Can I?
Okay, Dr. Ray, you can pick up anyone randomly, and they are raising their hands now.
Oh, let's deal with, is it Rashid? Rachid? Did I say that correctly? Rashid?
Yes,
Okay.
you spell my name correctly. Nice
Well,
to meet you.
I'm reading it, so I cheated a little bit because I can see it on my screen.
No, it's okay.
Okay. You want to
You
read
spell
that
it so
first?
correctly. Yes,
Uh,
yes.
read that first sentence.
Okay. The power of habits. Habits shape our lives more than we realize. Good
Okay, let's look at
habits.
that. Let's look at that fourth word. There, you're not
Habits
saying the
shape
"the"
our lives
sound. You're
more
saying
than
it as a
we
F.
realize.
You're saying life's
Good habits
instead of
start
lives.
exercising,
Lives.
reading, books,
Rashid, you want to
work.
try that again?
Yes.
Okay, I just lost it. Nora, did you take it off?
No.
It's blank on my screen. Oh, no, I don't want the influence of music. I want that last one. There we go. Rashid, try that
Yes.
again. Lives.
Okay. Okay. Habits
Okay.
shape our lives more
There you
than we
go.
realize. Yes.
Very good. Very good. Yes. Say that again and again and again. Habits shape our lives more than we realize. Habits shape our lives more than we realize. Just keep saying it to yourself. Okay, is it Emyme? Am I saying that? You want to read the second sentence?
Me, that's Yahya.
Okay.
Uh,
Me, that's me.
me.
Uh, yeah. Good habit like exercising or reading improve our well-being, while bad habits can hold us back.
Okay, let's try that again. Good habits, like good habits. I didn't hear the S sound on habits. Good habits, like
Yeah.
exercising or reading, improve our well-being. And the emphasis on well-being, while bad habits can hold us back. See, that's an interesting thing about that sentence. Is this Emmy who I'm talking to? Did I say your name correctly?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
so
Iman. This is
okay, but anyway,
uh,
the interesting thing about this sentence is it's a comparison. So you got to emphasize the comparison. Good habits like exercising or reading, improving our well-being, while bad habits, to get the difference there, we're emphasizing the two parallels, good habits and bad habits. So the way you read this is good habits like exercising or reading, improve our well-being, while bad habits, see the difference there? Good habits and
yeah.
bad habits. That's the emphasis of that sentence. So
Yes. Okay.
like exercising or reading, improving our well-being, those are kind of describing good habits. So good
Yes, I
habits
know.
like exercising or reading improve our well-being, while bad habits can hold us back. So to get there's a contrast there. Good.
Okay.
Esra, if I said that, let's try the third sentence. Research.
Okay.
Okay.
Research suggests that it takes around 21 days to form a habit, but consistency is key.
Okay. Very good, except for that long word that starts with a C. Try that one again. C-O-N.
Yeah. Consistency. This word?
Consists. No, consists. Emphasis on sis. Consistency.
Yeah, right. Okay. Consistency.
Yeah,
Right.
consistency. Yeah, say it faster.
Consistency.
Yeah,
Okay,
oh, no,
thank
no,
you.
no, no. C-U-N. Think of C-U-N. Consistency.
So the stress is the syllable cis, right?
Yes, consistency. Right.
Consistency.
By the way,
Mhm.
this sentence says something that I have long believed. If you want to change something, practice it for 31 days and it will become you. Let's say that you want to stop smoking if you smoke. Let's say that you want to stop smoking. If you will practice this for 31, this says 21, but whatever, consistently, day by day by day. I'm not going to pick up this cigarette. I'm not going to. And by 21 or 31 days, if you've got a habit like that, that you want to break. If you can consistently do this for 21 or 31 days, you're going to help break yourself of that habit. I just had to say that because since my background, I'm sorry, my background is in psychology, I had to say that. You really want to do it. And that's all go back to the word practice, 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 practice. You can't practice enough. But good. That was good except for the word consistency. Say that word again that starts with a C.
Consistency.
Consistency. Yeah, good. Okay. Let's go to Amira. It looks like your turn again. Starting with small. Amira, are you there? I
Yes,
guess not. Oh,
yes, I'm
okay.
here.
Small.
Small daily actions eventually become automatic,
Yes.
leading to long-term success.
Good. Okay.
For
Now
example,
no, stop right there. I would say this a little more of small daily actions eventually become automatic. See the comma there? Pause, leading to long-term success. Small daily actions eventually become automatic, leading to long-term success. So try that again, Amira.
small daily action,
Day, day, day,
sorry,
day. Small daily
daily,
action. A, that's the
small,
A sound. Daily.
okay, small daily actions eventually become automatic,
Yeah, good. Leading.
leading to long-term success.
Very good, very good. See, you're getting it. The more you're practicing, the more you're hitting the sounds. So who's
So do you mean the
next? Is
same?
it
Do you
Lady
mean the
Rush?
same words?
Um, practice the same words, do you mean? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, yeah, I'm asking. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
asking if we practice the same words every day, so we'll become
well, you might want to
um
vary it a little bit. For instance, uh, become, you might want to just practice another B word, boy. Uh,
mm,
You see, it's the idea of the sounds, because remember, your native learning of Arabic was from right to left. We're going from left to right. So you know, you might become an expert on the word become, but you know how to spell, or excuse me, pronounce other B words, boy, building. Okay, so that's the idea. But if you will just practice these, hey, frankly, these that I think Nora and Ahmed put together, and I'm not sure who did it, but whoever did, these are great things for you to practice. We haven't read a sentence yet that isn't good for you to practice. So if you really want to learn it, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. You've got 12 pages of wonderful things that you could practice with each other day. And I can tell you, you practice these 12 pages, it'll take a little time. You practice these 12 pages regularly, you'll find that you're going to get much better just because you're practicing. Ashjad, did I say that right?
Yes,
Okay,
me.
let's read the next sentence for
Okay. For example, setting aside 10 minutes a day for a new skill can lead to mastery over time.
wonderful, wonderful. I didn't hear anything there that I would try to correct. Good job. Yahya, did I say that right? I know a Yahya,
Yeah,
but it's spelled
Yahya.
differently. The Yahya I know is Yahya. So
Uh,
maybe
in Arabic we say it Yahya.
Yahya. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So read the next sentence.
Yeah,
Okay. By understanding how habits work, we can replace negative one with positive habits.
Oh, that's good. You put an extra sound in there between with and positive, but other than that, it was very good. By
Thank you, Ron.
understanding how habits work, we can replace negative ones with positive behaviors.
Thank you.
Good, good. Okay, let's go to the next slide. There we go. The influence of music and is it Suhair? Did I hit that correctly?
Yeah,
Suhair, let's try the next sentence.
okay. The influence of music. Music has a powerful effect on our emotions and behavior.
Yeah, there are two words that are very close, affect and effect. Effect is how something does externally. For instance, I hope to effect your English pronunciation. That's the word effect. What you used, Suhair, was affect. Affect is emotional thing. I really get affected when I cry or when I'm emotional. That's affect. So effect is something that happens as a result. Affect is something that does inside you. So music has a has a powerful effect on our emotions. That something's done to your emotions. So try that sentence again with the proper use of effect.
Yeah, music has a powerful effect on our emotions and
There you
behavior.
go. There you go. That's good. Great. Omar.
Yeah. So a fast, energetic song can boost motivation, while a slow melody can help us relax.
Oh, pretty good. Try that again. Would you say that whole sentence again, please?
A fast, energetic song can boost motivation, while a slow melody can help us relax.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is on the word motivation, I would say motivation, motivation. But
Mm,
other than that, that's the only difference I would do. Good job, Omar. So
right.
who's
Thank you, Mr.
next?
Ray.
Yusuf? Is it Yusuf?
Yes.
Okay. Next sentence.
Studies show that music also improves memory and concentration, making it useful for studying or working.
What's the first word in that sentence?
Studios.
No, studies, a stud.
Oh, studies. I'm sorry. That's
Oh,
my bad.
study. No, go
Studies.
ahead.
Yes. Studies show that music also improves memory and concentration. There is no concentration at all.
Concentration, little less emphasis on the first two syllables.
Yes.
Concentration.
Yes. Music also improves memory and concentration,
No,
making it
con. Now
calm,
here's not the con sound, it's the
like
con.
calm.
Concentration.
Concentration, making it
There you
useful
go.
for studying or working.
Very good, very good, very good. We're talking about teaching techniques. Do you notice that in every one of you, I have tried to make a positive statement about what you said? I've tried to correct you but too many times what we tend to do is not make positive statements. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say, check the word concentration. And then when you say it correctly, I say, good job, very good. Do you feel better? Because I corrected you, but I also said you did a good job. So that's a good teaching technique to remember. Keep asking students questions. And if they don't get it right, rather than saying, no, that's wrong, you simply say, oh, you must be thinking about a word that's similar to that. And you see what you're doing now, but we're talking about concentration. The student says that, there you got it. That's good. See what I'm doing? I'm trying to put some positive statements in everybody's words. Okay, who's next? Is Yusuf? That was just Yusuf. Mariam, am I saying that correctly? Good, you got this. You got a great word in here, this second word in that sentence.
Different genres affect people in unique ways. Classical music may enhance focus, while pop or rock can lift spirits.
By the way, I got to tell you that pop or rock doesn't lift my spirits. It's too much noise for me. But the second word, again, Mariam, that second word of the sentence.
Different genres affect
Okay,
people.
now that's an unusual word, and it has an unusual pronunciation that it doesn't look like it should. But the word is genres, genres, genre.
Genres.
Yeah,
Genres.
that's one of those really weird words that you just have to learn It's different. It's not typical. You don't say generous, which you would tend to want to
Okay.
say, but it's just one of those unusual words, genres. So try
Genres.
again. Yeah, go again. I think you did fine. Go ahead. Different.
Di different genres affect
John,
people.
John, like the name John.
Genres.
There you go. Very good.
Genres.
Yes.
Different genres affect people in unique ways. Classical music may enhance focus, while pop or rock can lift spirits.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is the word enhance, the emphasis on the second syllable, enhance.
Enhance.
Yeah, other than that was very good. Okay, let's
Yes.
go. Amani, I think, is the next one I see here. This next sentence.
Yes.
Yes, take that next sentence.
While pop or rock can lift spirits,
Oh, no, the next sentence. Yeah, here we go. The next.
additionally, music connects people across cultures, creating a shared experience.
Yeah, pretty good. That first sentence, the first word in that sentence, say that one again.
Additionally,
Yeah, good, good. I didn't hear you. Yeah, that's very good. So I think we probably won't spend any more time with this, and I apologize, but I think you can, again, practice with each other. But all of these writings have wonderful, wonderful practice words in them, which I think as you practice them will help. Now, is there anybody I haven't called on who you're going to be really disappointed if you don't get a chance to read a sentence? Is there anybody who wants to say that, who hasn't spoken already? Okay, okay. I think for pronunciation, we've kind of hit this one
I
well.
think they all just satisfied.
Good. Well, it's not everything. It's not everything, and there's no way we can do everything. And we've been going an hour and 10 minutes already, and you're probably all very tired. I know this is Ramadan, and you want to sleep when you can. So I'll try to do that. Let me talk a little bit about the question where you were asked to teach a sample lesson in a job interview. Somebody asked that question, at least Ahmed told me that somebody had asked that question. There are some things that you should ask before you, if somebody says, to finish this job application, we want you to teach a sample lesson. Okay, there's some things you should ask. Number one, what grade level will you want the students, if you're applying for an elementary teaching job, obviously it's elementary, but there's primary, there's middle school. So ask, number one, what grade level? What grade level? Number two, what's the subject matter? What's the subject matter? And number three, how long do I have? So I would suggest, first of all, you use some of the techniques, like I already mentioned, I do, we do, you do. That's it. But I would suggest that the first thing you do when you get in, no matter what the grade level is, introduce yourself. Hello, I'm Mr. Ahmed. I'm Mr. Muhammad, and I'm really happy to be here with you today. And I would like to know, before we begin, would you mind telling me your name? I would like to know your name. Do you notice how at the beginning today I started asking everybody a name? What name? So just say now, and then kind of give an outline. Today, in our lesson, now that I know your name and you know my name, today in our lesson, here are the things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the multiplication tables. And today we're going to discuss multiplication of fours, fives, and sixes. So before we leave today, and this is important, before we leave today, I hope you, students, have an idea that by the end of today, you're going to be able to multiply fours, fives, and sixes. That's your goal. And so if you're doing a sample lesson in front of, even if they're adults, they're going to be adults. They're not going to be students. And so what you do is you give an expectation. By the end of the lesson today, I hope that you understand how to multiply 4s, 5s, and 6s. I've said it 3 times now. You shouldn't say, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. So you make it very clear. If you have a chance, you might even have a poster on the board. If you might have this poster already put together and you put it up and you say, right here, I have put the multiplication of 4s, 5s, and 6s. And you see, and you can read it from there, but I want you to learn this so that you can speak it. So that might be an opportunity. And so then I'm going to call on one of you. I'm not saying who. I'm not going to say, I'm going to call on Ahmed when I'm through to see if he remembers this. I'm going to say, if I say I'm going to call on Ahmed, who's going to listen to me? Ahmed. Everybody else might. But if I say I'm going to call on one of you, then everybody listens because they don't know who's going to be asked at the end. So those are a couple of but plan your lesson. Today, the lesson is going to be on the multiplication tables of 4s, 5s, and 6s. Then consider how much time you have. If you have 10 minutes, depending on how long, first of all, you've asked what grade level, what's the subject, and how much time do I have? So then you're going to have some materials. You might even have prepared a sheet that has the multiplication tables of 4, 5s, and 6s. So I'm going to give this to you right now, or the posters on the board. And then how do you engage your audience? How do you get them involved in what you're saying? Let's say that we're trying to figure out how much time is left if we say that we'll have 4-minute time periods, and we've used 2 of those. How much time is left? I've used 2 times 4, that's 8. And if we're going to use 4 time periods, that's 16. Oh, I've got 8 minutes left. So engage your audience. Even if they're adults, if they tell you you're talking to kindergartners, treat them like kindergartners. And, obviously they're adults. So those are just a few of the suggestions for you. But show some enthusiasm, like what you're doing. Consider the fact that if you're enthusiastic, there's a good chance they're going to be enthusiastic. And then be sure by the end of the lessons, if there's anybody who has a question, please, can I answer your question about something we've discussed today? So those are some general ideas on if you're asked to do a teaching demonstration. Find the grade level that you're going to teach, the subject matter, and how much time do I have? Then you can prepare all the rest. Any question on those? Oh, by the way, one other thing, and we've gotten really sloppy on this. Dress professionally. We've gotten really sloppy. When I first started teaching, all men had to wear suits and ties all the time. Well, that's not so true anymore. We have teachers here in the United States who come to class in shorts and cutoffs, and that's acceptable. I personally don't like that, but dress professionally. Make sure you dress the best you can. You don't have to wear a nightgown, a ball gown, or a tuxedo, but dress professionally. Remember, the impression they have of you physically is the impression they're going to stay with. Okay, what questions do you have on preparing the demonstration lesson?
Okay, guys, some of you were asking about the demo. So if there is any question regarding this topic, you can ask Dr. Ray. Just please raise your hand at first.
Oh, Mark? Mark, is it Mark? Mark Mahmoud?
Malak?
Maddock? You have your hand raised?
Okay. Anybody else? I think you have clarified everything.
Well, I either did, no, I either did a very good job that there are no questions, or I did so poorly that nobody has any questions to ask because they don't understand anything. It's one or the other.
No, actually, because you have pointed out for the very important thing, the most crucial things that they need to know about
Yes.
how to make a demo, you have already clarified them. I think that's the reason.
Okay, I hope so.
And you're really an impressive. Really, I'm so impressed by your performance, by your background, the strong experience that you have. Really, thank you to be with us tonight. I
Great.
can't thank you enough for everything that you have done to us today.
Well, you're welcome, and I enjoyed it. And Ahmed has been an online friend. We have never met personally, but we've talked online quite a bit. So when he asks me to do something, I try to do everything I can to respond.
I think it won't be the first and last. We really want you to be with us again.
Okay.
The next time they have to pay, Dr. Ray.
Oh, really? How much am I going to get? How much?
In dollars, if you want.
You know, one of the nice things about my job is even as executive director of Array Global, I don't get a salary. That gets in the way to me. I have a good salary that I live on, and I like to help people. So if this has been helpful to you today, I'm very thankful that it has been.
It's very fruitful, Dr. Ray. You are always talking from your heart. And
Yes.
let me tell Ms. Noura, whenever I ask Dr. Ray for a meeting for teachers, he always accepted the invitation.
It's really obvious because he has
So
accepted our
yes.
invitation from the first
Oh
time.
yeah,
So thank you.
yes, he's really helpful. And whenever one asks him a question, he doesn't hesitate to answer him privately on Messenger.
Yeah,
I
and
can remember. Yes,
by the
doctor.
way, just in most cases, it's my opinion. You'll
Oh
find
yeah.
other people with different opinions.
Oh yeah.
Yes, of course. Because you're
Okay.
the leader.
Anybody else have any general question or something we haven't covered? I'm seeing some nice notes on the chat room. Thank you for those wonderful notes.
All of us really want to thank you.
Thank you. Gracias.
Gracias. Okay. Okay,
Okay.
how many language do you have?
Oh my goodness. You know, I know, you know what's interesting, if that's Nora asking the question, I'm not sure. What's interesting is I can understand more Arabic than I can speak. So sometimes people have made the mistake of saying something in Arabic. They think I don't understand it,
I have
but I
noticed
do.
that. Like the letter ha when we say
Yes.
Ahmed.
Yes.
I
But
have
I
noticed that.
understand more than I speak.
Oh, really?
Yeah. By the way, Sarah Mohammed said something. Thank you for your kindness and knowledge. Knowledge is secondary, but I hope more than anything, I am kind. That's what I try to be, is kind.
Yes, you have a word you always say to me. It's let me remember it. What is called the value statement in the CV.
The value statement.
I can't remember it well. It's like how do you see yourself when you are writing a resume, for example? You
You mean
write
the
ahead.
objective?
No, I'm not asking. I'm not. I don't mean the objective. Let me remember.
Okay, but I just remembered something that I forgot. I hope everybody's still with me. I want to recommend this book to you. If you want to be a better teacher, it's called The First Days of School by Harry Wong and Rosemary Wong. I looked it up. You can get it in Egypt. It's on Amazon. If you get it sent from the United States, it's more expensive. But I would suggest that every school should have a copy of this. It has wonderful suggestions into it on how to be a better teacher. I'm looking at how you do a grade book, how you mark things, a discipline plan. This, if you can if you can get your money together in every school and get a copy of this. If not, you can get it online. And most everything that you can find in this book, you'll find online. I cannot recommend this highly enough. Please, 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 if you haven't heard anything else today, remember this. I promise you, you will all become better teachers if you read this book. He's done a wonderful job. I told Ahmed the other day, I wish I had had this book when I first started teaching. I would have been a much better teacher to begin with. Many of these things I've learned the hard way. In other words, I've learned by my making mistakes. I can tell you when I was a first year teacher, I made mistakes. And I look back on them, I say, why did I do that? So I can't emphasize enough The First Days of School by Harry Wong. And Ahmed, I think I told you that the other day. So if you've got that information and you can send it to the people who are here with us today, I would really, as I said, I can't recommend it highly enough. And by the way, I don't get any money for it. So there's no personal gain for me.
I just searched for it online and I found a copy, but I don't know